Hi, my name is Ryan Shell, and I'm going to be presenting on. Hi, my name is Ryan Shell. I'm going to be presenting to you about why piracy should be legal. So, what is the pirate? Hi, my name is Ryan Shell, and I'm going to be presenting to you on why piracy should be legal. So, the kind of piracy that I am talking about is not to deal with a pirate. It's dealing with programs and websites like BitTorrent. Okay, so BitTorrent is a software that people use to torrent different movies and music and things like that. Hi, my name is Ryan Shell. I'm going to be presenting to you on. Hi, my name is Ryan Shell. I'm going to be presenting to you on piracy and why it should be legal. Have you ever wanted to listen to new music, see a new movie, or just even use a new piece of software for a school project or something to that effect? Well, you can do this through piracy. Piracy is basically the copying or sharing between two different people of those things. Currently, it is illegal. Well, I think it should be legal. So, when I talk about piracy, I'm not talking about anything to deal with pirates. I'm talking about programs that people use, such as BitTorrent and websites like Pirate Bay. So basically, with the torrenting software, which is what people would use to download this thing, because on the websites they're just given like a torrenting link, which is what would work with the software. So what is piracy? Piracy is the sharing of it's the sharing of basically any content, whether it be legal or illegal. But usually it's illegal when it's associated with torrents. So these are two different websites, the Pirate Bay and Kick-Ass Torrents. So these are two different websites, and the Pirate Bay, they both offer the torrent links, like the torrenting. It's basically a file they download that allows you to torrent the program or music or whatever it is. So piracy is stealing. Is it stealing? Is it really? Piracy isn't really stealing. When you think about stealing, you think about like stealing something out of the store or something like that. Like when you're actually taking something physical and you have no intent of returning it. With piracy, it's not like that. Whenever you're pirating something, you aren't really stealing it. It's more like copying. It's more of a copyright infringement than, say, stealing something. So, because of this, whenever people use this argument that it's stealing, it just doesn't make any sense, because it's not. You're sharing the file. You're not actually taking it. You're copying it, and the people that originally own it, they still have it. Whenever you steal something, that person would not have it. So, another argument that people use against piracy is it hurts the economy. But according to Torrent Freak, the person who wrote The Alchemist, they copied the book from the publishing. They didn't receive permission from the publishing company to translate it to Russian. So whenever he translated it to Russian and published it, and the original sales in Russia every month were around 1,000 books. After he had translated it to the Russian language, it grew to over 1 million books. So this act of copying something isn't always a bad thing. It's not always costing people money. It can actually make them a lot of money. According to Jan Senjay, under the right conditions, he was a person who studied different firms and things, and basically he tested, under the right conditions, will piracy make companies money? And it actually did. It didn't cost them money. So whenever someone torrents something or pirates something and that like a company says, "Oh, you're stealing a possible sale of our product." Well, the thing about a possible sale is it didn't actually happen. They didn't actually lose any money. It's just really theoretical. It didn't actually happen. So they really didn't lose any money when they say, "Oh, I stole this." And the studies that U.S. government has on like how much money is being like lost to the, according to Freakonomics, which is an online blog, and it's written by a credible source because, according to Freakonomics, all figures currently published, they aren't accurate because they double and triple count the same things, or like they just figure up the results to make the numbers seem like people are actually taking a lot more than they actually are. And they aren't even really taking anything because it's a possible sale. It's not really real money. It's just a possibility. So it really doesn't hurt the economy. The effects of it are actually positive. Okay, so a benefit of piracy is it's free advertisement for the company. Back before we had the internet and all that, according to Mr. Byers, I interviewed him. Before this, they would just, people could go out and buy CDs and rip them and put them on a bunch of other CDs, which kind of just the similar thing, but from a different time. So before the internet came around, people would do that and they'd see if they actually liked the CD or things like that. Whenever Napster first came out, which was really the first thing that allowed people to have free music, people would create CDs with multiple songs on it to see if they actually liked them, and if they liked them, then they could go and pay their own money for that CD or music, because it's not like the people who torrent things are out to just outright take money away from the companies. If they want to make sure they're getting what they're paying for. Another thing that I mentioned before is more profit. This is according to multiple different studies. And because of this free advertisement that's being provided, because if something is worth buying, then people are going to tell each other about it. They're not just going to keep it all to themselves. If they know that it's worth the money that they're asking for it, like that company, they're going to tell people that it's worth the money and they should buy it. So this leads to more profit. Another thing that a lot of things say is that pirates don't pay a lot of money for any other, like anything, but that's not true, because some studies between it was a study according to Torrent Freak, and this was based off research from people who had received doctorates in the field, so it's accurate. So basically what happened is they compared how much money one person spent who didn't torrent anything and a person spent that, like on digital music or something like that. That was what they were studying. And the person who had torrented things, this wasn't just conducted on one person, it was conducted on many, many people. So the people who had torrented like digital music, they spent on average 300% more than those who didn't, which that's a lot of money. So what is your opinion? Which is actually a lot of money. So overall, the opinions that people make out about people who pirate things, about them being like worthless or not actually paying for anything, that's not true. I mean, just look at the studies out there. Studies out there show the exact opposite. The companies that are really just going after these people who are pirating things or going after them for the wrong cause, these people are actually making them more money. I mean, why would you go after your biggest customers, like the people who are paying you the most money? Thank you. Any questions?